Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. As I said before, I'm using my iPhone. I do not have a microphone, so you may need to turn your volume up. All right, so let's look at what are you possibly struggling with. We had two that came out. We have Seahorse Spirit, Watch and Wait, and Spider Spirit, Make Your Dreams Real. So definitely that can be frustrating if you're struggling with making your dreams real and you're becoming impatient with something. All right, what do you need to focus on? We have the miracles are endless. So I feel like even though you may be frustrated because something isn't working for you, the miracles are endless, and that when you embrace that energy of when the time is right, it'll happen for me, then things start happening for you. And I just feel like it has to do a lot with attitude and your outlook. We have Chameleon Spirit, Act as If, which is pretty cool because I feel like I've been listening to a lot of motivational videos lately, and a lot of people say, people who have become successful and have attained their goals or have turned their life around, it was about, you have a dream, you know what you want, but it's putting yourself in that energy of that is coming in to you and acting as if you've already achieved those goals, that you've already attained your goals. Like, what does it feel like to be living in this dream, you know, making it real and feeling it? And it's the different levels. It's thinking about it. It's what does it feel like? What does it look like? And taking those actions to make it happen, and acting as if you are already in that situation and you are already there. Sometimes we just need that reminder. Is what is our focus? Are we frustrated, right? The watch and wait. Are we frustrated with that? Yes, it's very hard to be patient. It's very hard to stay focused when we have these challenges. But I was listening to one person, and she was saying that the challenges, which I thought was very interesting, was the challenges come up to see how we handle the challenges. And if we get frustrated and we give up, or we say, okay, this is a challenge in front of me, and now I have to figure out how to solve this challenge and move forward from this challenge. And I found that very interesting because a lot of time it's you get frustrated and you want to give up. And there was another one too. There was another motivational video by someone else, and she said the same thing, was that when you have those challenges, it's to not get frustrated and walk away or give up. It's just trying to see how much you want this dream to happen, right? Sometimes when we have these challenges, it's there to show you something else. It's there to show you, okay, that's not working, but you're on the right path. You're not quite there. You just have to look at something different. It's there for you to see something different. Yeah, definitely. There's a message that's trying to get through to you. And it has something to do with your outlook or your perception, or that even though you may be going through challenges right now, that maybe it's for something else for you to look at, or something else for you to explore. Just like for me, I'm having challenges with this YouTube channel, and so I'm like, okay, so I have to look at other things. I have to look at other things that I can do, whether other venues. So I'm going to do the memberships and see how that works, and I'm going to focus more on my other channel, and I'm focusing on Amazon, and you know, maybe I might go back to Etsy and design some more products, or you know, it's like, okay, well then maybe I need to focus. I've always said that I didn't want to put all my eggs in this one basket, that I want to diversify, but you also need to have that time to do it and figure out what can you be committed to, what can you commit to. So definitely it's been very challenging, but I kind of feel like it's forcing me to look into doing other things. And it may have to be going back to work, so hopefully not. But, you know, I'm hoping to make this work because I really want to have this as my own thing. But you never know what can happen. But being open, okay, there's something else that I'm supposed to see, or I'm supposed to do, or another path that I'm supposed to go on. And being open to that than being frustrated, right? And rather than being stuck in this Three of Swords and being angry and being frustrated and saying nothing ever works for me, or why do I always have these challenges? Definitely for Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn Sun and a Capricorn rising. I feel that Capricorn has had a lot of challenges. And like I said before, I feel like Capricorn was always kind of in that survival mode where it was like just trying to get through each day and get through each week. And then I felt that there was a bit of a reprieve from that, and that there was a lightening of that. And it was like all of a sudden, like I feel like things were starting to happen, and it was enjoying and not having to be in survival mode, but in enjoy mode. And now I feel like it might be coming back around again to that survival mode, but I feel like it's going to be a shorter time, but to show you how strong you actually are. Look at that. And then we have the Nine of Cups. See, it's just like when you let go of the heartbreak and you listen to the messages and you see why you're being directed into a certain direction, then you come up with the Nine of Cups. I mean, we have beautiful energy here. We have the Make Your Dreams Real. We have the Miracles Are Endless. And we have the Nine of Cups. So that's a lot of positive energy in this reading. And it's like trying to get this message through to you, especially with the Judgment card. And rebuilding that with the Tower, right? That's funny because when I was talking earlier, I was kind of envisioning the Tower in my mind. And that's pretty cool that it came out. And it's rebuilding. Maybe that Nine of Cups that you had before, maybe that kind of got you to a certain point, but now it's time for you to see things differently, kind of tear that down, but rebuild something bigger and better and stronger and in a different direction. Again, like I said, sometimes you don't realize that it's kind of pushing you to see something else. We have the High Priestess, which is your intuition. What are you feeling? What do you feel inside? And trusting yourself. And to not get too into your head, but to feel inside here and say, you know what, I know it's going to be okay. I know my Nine of Cups is coming. I know that I'm going to make my dreams real. I know that I'm going to achieve my goals. I know things are going to get better for me, but I just have to work through these challenges that I have now. That there's some new emotions and some new feelings coming in for you. There's a newness, a young energy. It also could be it almost could be a perspective from a younger person, like the younger you, or there may be someone around you that kind of has that, you know, kids always have this beautiful point of view because they haven't, you know, experienced the world, and so everything is so, you know, they just say what's on their mind, and they just kind of, they live in the moment, and they know what's going on, and they don't get too into their head. They just react and do. So there may be, definitely, I think, and then we have the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like there might be a young energy or a younger person around you that kind of has this outlook, that maybe you need to pay attention to that outlook of that person. And definitely I feel like the younger generation is very motivated. Like you see a lot of them online having their businesses and achieving goals and just not really getting in their head too much and just making things happen. And there might be some, I feel like there just might be someone who's younger that's around you that may inspire you, whether it's on social media or it could be in person, you know, around you. I feel like maybe pay attention to that. And that may be a clue to, you know, something that can help guide you. I feel knowledge is all around us. We have to just be open to absorbing that and listening to it and adapt it to what works for us. I don't feel that it has to be exactly the way that person does things because that's the way they've achieved it, but I feel like it's adapting it to what works for you. We have the Knight of Cups reaching out. I almost feel like it's kind of that evolving and that changing, going from the Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups, so that progression that you're making. And then let's grab one more. We have the Ace of Cups. Lots of emotions and feelings here. We've got the Nine of Cups, we've got the Page of Cups, we've got the Knight of Cups, we have the Nine of Cups. So we got a lot of emotions and feeling. I mean, we have the Ace of Cups, so many cups. We have the Nine, the Page, the Knight, and the Ace of Cups. So this is just something that's going to take time. So I feel like that's just what you have to give yourself, that time. right? Don't get frustrated and wait, and give yourself that time to learn and grow. And then we have the World card, which I feel represents like feeling on top of the world and saying, this was a challenge for me, but I am so proud and I'm so happy with myself that I hung in there, that I didn't give up, that I kept going. When the challenge came in front of me, I didn't give up. I found another route, or I found another way to make it happen. All right, let's get some fortune reading cards. We have the Owl. There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition, which I think is perfect, because that's exactly what I feel is going on in this reading. Is it's a period of transition, and and then also with the Judgment card, great wisdom and spiritual messages. And then we also have, definitely with the High Priestess, it's all of these energies, like listening within and having that faith and belief, even though, you know, sometimes it can be a struggle because we get too much in our head and then we just start thinking about things. But I feel like what it is that you put out, you receive back in. We have flowers, be generous. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. Success, again, I feel like this reading is success, 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 right? Right? But it's rebuilding yourself to receive that success, not getting stuck in the frustration of waiting for that, and that there's other successes along the way, along this path. All right, let's grab a Star Dragons. Let's grab a Star Dragons. We have Rebirth, giving yourself a second chance. I love it. I feel that that's perfect for this reading, giving yourself a second chance, saying, okay, yeah, I realized I was frustrated, I realized I was irritated, and I'm going to give myself that second chance, and I'm going to get myself back on track. And then I felt this one too. We have space, taking that space for yourself to sort through things, to sort through your emotions, and really think about what are those things that you're focusing on. I felt like let's do an angel answers for this reading. We have wait. Good things come to those who wait. All right, that's what my grandmother always told me. And we started out with the frustration of this watch and wait. So I feel kind of the main messages here are wait for those successes, even though it may be frustrating and it may be irritating. But again, there may be things along the way that you need to focus on, or you need to learn, or you need to realize. But also that thing that wants to come in for you, that may be having to do some work on that end. So I feel that we started with the wait and we're ending with the wait, but I feel like the wait is going to be worth it, because when you see what happens, not only when you achieve your goal, but the fact that, hey, I didn't get really caught up. I didn't get in that mental battle of myself, of trying to push through or getting frustrated when things don't happen. I've been able to occupy myself with other things, or do other things, or focus on other things. And then all of a sudden things started to come in for me, and it was definitely worth the wait. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.